Hello everyone, today we got a mod called Chaos Awakens. It is a much superior version of Orespawn. It doesn't have most of the items since it's only been a few years of its being developed, less than Orespawn, but since it's their 2-year anniversary coming up, I thought of making a new update, and this is one of the April Fool's edition, so yeah, let's get into it. So, as I mentioned, this mod is the successor of Orespawn, so we're gonna have most of the items listed from Orespawn. We got two new ones, Bloodstone and Sunstone. I think Silver, Tin, Copper, and Aluminum are also new into this. But we have new sign variants, and remodeled textures of the ores. And look at the uranium and titanium; they look better, to be honest. I don't know what these two do, but with most of these you can do armors and you can do meta weapons. So yeah, I'm gonna showcase that for you. So let's get to it. So starting off, we got bosses. We have a full inventory. Well, not a full inventory, but we got new bosses. Most of them are ends. We have an old boss from the mod Orespawn, the Hercules Beetle. It is retextured to new, so I'm gonna showcase these. But this is not the best since it's an April Fool's edition, making it a small teeny weeny mobs. Like, look at this guy. It's so tiny. It does make loud noises, but it's just so tiny. So this is how he looks like. Cannot get really up close to him. Can be. And he ran away. Ah, there he is. Next, we got the Dark Oak one. This one is different from the other one. These mostly are all different from the each other's one. Like, this is found in the Nether, and this is found in the cherry tree. And so my guess is there's a cherry tree in this game. So hold up, quickly, don't run away. There we go. They drop diamonds and oak logs. With flowers and grass. I don't know why you need grass, but this is the birch one. This is not so special like the other ones. We got an apple and got little apples on him. If it would be bigger, you could see it more up close. I don't really know if they have a special depth animation, but some of the mobs do have them, and they're really cool. So let's switch out for these ones. This is one of the cool ones. This is simple, but it's still cool. We got a peach end. Oh, look, it's even smiling. Okay, then we got a warped ant one. Okay, there we go. Oh my god, look at that design. You could see that they really put a good job into making this. And it's running away, of course. And got a skywood. Skywood is mostly found in the air. I don't really know where, as I've never found it, but it looks cool. And the last one, we got the spruce one. It's like the other ones, but not really special. So next off, we're gonna showcase a Beetle one. So continuing with the Hercules Beetle, it has been remodeled and retextured from the last mod, but just look at it. It has so many details, and once it gets damaged, it sprouts its wings to push you away, and it's pretty powerful. but it also makes your ears bleed. So let me just get rid of this. So we just saw a Hercules beetle spawn from an egg. That's one of the variants, but I can tell you that there's a second variant. You cannot find it in game, I think, but you can use your commands to summon it. So let me just do that. And there we go. It's darker and more reddish. I mean, that's orange, definitely, but it has the same animations as the other one had. And what I really like about this is it has a special death animations. Just look. Oh my god, come back here. Looks like a big bug. And final hit. There we go. Look at his death animation. Oh, it's not dead. Okay, hold on. Come here. Here we go. Special death animation. If puts his nose in the air and then falls off below. So we're gonna go up to the weapons next. So stay tuned. So as you saw me, I've been using the ultimate sword that has 40 damage and a lot of durability. If you craft it, it gives you enchants, but there are a lot of different choices of weapons. These are basically regular ones. You can make them with flowers, and it's not that hard. But the fairy sword and rat sword, you cannot obtain these yet. Experience sword gives you more experience, while the poison sword poisons enemies. You cannot obtain the mantis claw yet, since the mantis is not a mob added. You obtain the big hammer from the Hercules beetle. I wouldn't call it a big hammer, but you cannot obtain a basilisk sword. Also, since it's not added into the game, most of this stuff isn't added to the game, but at least this one is. This is a prismatic reaper. This is the recipe. It has a 29 attack damage and a fury attack speed, but instead of that, it has +2 reach distance, so that's at least good. As you saw, I was using the ultimate sword. It's a simple sword, nothing a lot about it, but now I can talk about this weapon, Slayer Chainsaw. If you remember the old Orespawn mod, the chainsaw looked pretty derpy and not that good. But now look at this, you can really see it. It's like a weapon. Let me just use it against a tree. Oh, right, of course. There we go. Let me do it against a tree. And it does not work like in the older mod, but it cuts your wood quicker. I mean, it's like a netherite axe with efficiency 5. Then got the escape bow. I cannot use it now. I don't have any arrows, but I have a thunder staff, and I know I can use this. So just let me find a mob to test this on. There we go, a cow, and basically that's what it does. A big explosion and obliterates your enemy. Ultimate bow has an infinity arrows. I don't know how much damage that does, but it does a pretty decent amount. And then we got working ray gun. Basically, if you're into world destruction, don't forget to get a thunder staff and a freaking ray gun if you really want to destroy your world. So let me just get back into the other ones. So as I was showing off the other weapons, we have also unobtainable weapons that are mostly overpowered and really strong. As you can see, we got the Nightmare Sword. It does have a recipe right now, but you cannot obtain Nightmare skills, so I don't see the reason why you would make the sword. You cannot even obtain the scales right now. Then we got the Attitude Adjusters. It's not that big from the old mod. I mean, it looks better. It has more detail. No, it doesn't. Then we got the Big Bertha. This one has a recipe also. You cannot craft it, but it looks like a pixelated sword you would find in a 3D Minecraft game. Then we got the Battle Axe. It actually looks pretty good. It has a recipe also. You cannot get the trophy good, so you cannot make this weapon. So that's why it's in obtainables. Then we got the Green Skill Axe. Ooh, I actually did not see this one. It actually looks pretty good. I'm pretty liking this one. You need to get Green Scales and a Battle Axe, so that's not unobtainable. But now we got the Royal Guardian Sword. You can really see the dragons. I really like this since you can see the dragons on its hills. And it's like a Big Bertha, but better. Comparing it? Yeah, it is better. Of course, damage is absolutely insane. But okay, so we're gonna move on to armors now. So moving on to armor. This one is one of the unobtainable armors yet, but these ones are all obtainable. So you got a pink tourmaline from the pink tourmaline ingots. Then we got a cat ingots. We got the emerald one. It's pretty simple, but it's pretty good. We got an experience one. I don't even know how you would get the ball out of enchanting. We got a lapis, tiger's eye, amethyst, ruby, and now we're getting into the special ones. We got an ender dragon. Ender dragon scales made out of armor. It looks pretty sick. And just put it on. It looks like a Mobzilla one. Just a remodel Mobzilla, and I think it has an elytra. Yes, it does. It does have an elytra. Okay, that is amazing, I'll be honest. Then we got the ultimate armor. I think this is the strongest armor you can get in game. Yeah, this is the strongest armor you can get in game now. I'm not talking about the unobtainable ones, but this is the armor you can get. This is like the end game armor. And then we have a lava eel armor. It gives you a special bonus. I don't really know what it does, but yeah, you get fire resistance. Oh, I mean fire protection. It's just like a red armor. It's like ruby, but more detailed, but not as strong. Then we're gonna move on into unobtainable armors. We got the Mobzilla one. There we go. We got the Mobzilla one. It does not come enchanted, and it covers my eyes. Right, you can see them actually. So this is how the Mobzilla one looks like. Then we got the peacock armor. And yes, I'm not doing it in order. I just want to save the best for the last. We got the peacock armor. You cannot really make it since there are no peacock mobs. That's what we'll talk about later on. Then we got the moth skill. There's also no mob. This is how it's made, and you cannot get any moth skill since there's no moth mob or boss. And I mean, it looks, I think the old version looks better than this. Then we got the 3 last or 2 last? 2 last, okay. Now, we're gonna show off the queen first. Queen, this is how we make it, queen skills. I'm loving it. You could really go with the axe. And then we have the final one, the Royal Guardian. You cannot craft it. Oh wait, you can. Royal Guardian skills. Well, that's new. I did not know that. But it's basically how it looks like. And I'm already loving this armor. Once the king is being released, I'm definitely getting this armor. Next, we're moving on onto the mobs. And there's a big list of mobs that you can spawn. And we're gonna start off with each of these. I'm gonna keep one of them in my inventory yet, since I really like the part of them. So this is basically the man beam. It's a coin. Once you damage it, it gives you a random item. It can range from the emerald. It can range from the emerald items, fling on Cheetos. What else? A titanium legging. That's not bad. Next, we're gonna talk about the Marathon. It is found in termite dimension. I think it's a lizard, a dragon, a dinosaur. That's what it is. Let me just grab a quick weapon, a crystal red. There we go. And here it goes. Next, we got a lettuce chicken. The lettuce is it drops a lettuce that is really good for making sandwiches, and it meets its demise. Next, we got a tree fry. I have not seen these yet in my world, but they look simple. They're not that interesting as the others, they're just simple fries. Next, we're gonna have fishes, because why not? And we got a green fish. Okay, fine. Hold up, let me get to the pond. There we go. We got a green fish. It looks like an emerald. I don't really know what it drops. Then we got a wooden fish, slightly bigger than that. Then we got a lava eel. Of course, it has to stay in lava. But basically, this is how it looks like. And he's gone. Next, we got a spark fish. It looks pretty simple, but I really love the animations of the fishes and the models of them. And we got a rockfish. It's like a small whale, but basically this is a whale, and oh my god. I did not imagine this kind of size. So let's spawn the Illusioner. So basically this is the Illusioner, the one mob that got cancelled in the mob elections. But there you go, here you go. He has an arrow, and what does he do? I don't really know. Does he just shoot the bow? So do you only shoot the bow? Is that all you do? I guess that's what it does. Okay, I did not expect that one. I'll be right back. So I'm back in my area, and basically once you kill the illusion, he gives you bad omen, just like the leader of the pillagers. Next we have a simple one, a beaver. It's one of the critters. Then we got a ruby bug. I don't really know its purpose. It doesn't even drop anything. It drops a ruby? Okay, never mind. Love it already. We got a gazelle. Well, that's sweet. Then we got different variants of birds that just fly and do nothing basically. Then we got the Emerald Gator. We have also the second variant of the Crystal Gator. I wouldn't really say it's called a crystal, but I would say I love this variant more than the other one. And if you have the game on the max volume, I recommend not killing these guys. Now, you got a Sting Bug. Once you kill it, he will drop you an item, but he'll also give you nausea. And with the item that you get, the Sting Bug, you can make the Poison Sword that poisons enemies. And then we got the mob that is the first you're gonna encounter with, and that is the Wasp. As you can see, it has 80 health and 10 hit points, and I would say it's pretty powerful. It doesn't really drop anything that much. I would love so you can drop butter candy like the old version, but I mean, this is fine also. Then we got the mob variant. First of all, we got a Crystal Carrot Pig. It's not that crystally, I would say it's classy-like, but compared to a normal carrot pig, it looks like more of a dirt, kind of. Then we got a golden carrot, and then enchanted golden carrot. They are not that special, but all of them drop different things. Just let me pick it all of them up. Now, the crystal pig drops a crystal carrot, the normal pig drops a carrot, the golden carrot pig drops a golden carrot, and the enchanted one drops an enchanted golden carrot. Moving on, we got a crystal apple cow. I like the old one better. Then we got an apple cow. This one actually looks not that bad, having jungle vines on it. Then we got a golden apple, and then enchanting golden apple. This one, I mean, I can see the emerald on it. Or is that burgers? You cannot say a lot, but all of them drop different stuff. Like the golden cow drops the golden apple, the normal apple cow drops an apple, enchanted one drops an enchanted, and then I did not get a crystal apple. Try not pick it up. Yeah, there we go. And there it is. And a crystal cow drops a crystal apple. Then we have one new mob to the variants of the apple cows, and I think it's the most OPest one. And then we got this one, special one. You cannot find it in your world, but it can be summoned with the /summon command, and it's the ultimate apple cow. It has 100 health, so it has more health than a normal cow, but it drops the best item in the game, and that's an ultimate apple. If you eat it, you'll get different buffs, just like wither, weakness, poison, and levitation. And I can tell you right now, that is not a buff, that is a nerf. So let me just drink some milk. And there we go, everything's gone. Then we got the last ones. We got the robot sniper. It's just a robot that shows beams, not a special one. So 2 healths you go. Doesn't even have special death animation. It mostly drops redstone stuff and nothing special. Then we got the one I like. We got the robot warrior. Looks like, I don't know, a robotic furry. That's what it looks like. It doesn't really do anything, so just kill it. It also drops some of the redstone stuff, but get a freaking ray gun. That's what you get. And then we have my favorite mob of them all, we got the Robot Pounder. Let me get a better weapon for it. There we go. Robot Pounder is the strongest variant of them all. And once it turns into that mode, it breaks any block in its way. But the only reason is he gets stuck really fast. And he's not that easy to kill. How about this one? And there we go. And it has a special death animation. It falls to the ground and dies. What it gives you is a titanium nugget, a uranium nugget, I'm mistaken. So basically that's everything with the bots, and now we're gonna talk about ants and the new dimensions. So in this new version, the ants have grown in size massively, and from the little breadcrumbs that they looked, they're basically this size of right now. And the brown ant has its own unique dimension, so let's go into it. And I wouldn't say it's desert since it has savanna also. This is one of the areas you find robots in, and there's just a mashup of different biomes, like a little area. Then we got a rainbow ant. As it looks pretty, it doesn't have a dimension yet, but I'm hoping in the future they're gonna add that to it. Then we got an unstable ant, and I think this one is the rainbow, no, the crystal dimension, if I'm corrected. And no, or yeah, it is, and the world is broken. Okay. Oh my god, it's so bright in here. So basically, this is the crystal dimension, and you can get crystal logs or crystal leaves in here. And I think that's pretty sick. I don't think a red ant has a dimension yet. Yeah, it doesn't. So you die, and then we have a termite. This one has definitely a dimension, and it has a really helpful resource called fossils that we're gonna talk about later on. And basically this is how the dimension of it looks like. It's not that unique, but it's not that, well, it doesn't let you down. This is basically what you would expect from this kind of dimension. I'm not seeing any mobs, and my render distance is so low. So let me go back to the overworld, and yeah, let's continue on to fossils. So fossils don't pay a lot of attention in this game. I mean, it's just a normal fossil defossilizer. I think this one is better because it makes fossils faster. Or not. The bronze wins. I mean, I'm actually impressed. So it gives you spider eggs or spawn eggs that will spawn mobs, obviously. So to the house you go, and a dark oak ant, and this is basically the one of the bosses. You can even spawn bosses with the eggs, and oh my god, you can literally see it banned from the mile away. So let me just get rid of it. Nobody wants you here. I mean it. Then we're gonna move on to the next part. Next, we have not armor, we have food. There are plenty of food that you can make in this game or get. There are golden melon slices, golden beetroot, golden potatoes, and golden baked potatoes. The best ones are the BLT, seafood patty, flaming hot Cheetos, and enchanted golden arrow. carrot, not an arrow. I think Hachi does actually give you buffs in this update. It gives you strength 2, resistance 2, and a fire resistance. And I think that's pretty awesome. It also has popcorn. There's unknown popcorn, solid popcorn, and butter. You need butters or salt to make every single thing. But of course, for the golden food, you need gold, and the normal food they would own. Cut strawberries, cooked bacon, cooked corn dog, and basically vegetables, fruits, anything you can think of. And after that, you got zoo items for keeping your zoo critters in their cages. So let me find one. Where could I find it? I need a sheep. Okay, I'll do a sheep. Let me just catch this. You just press on them and you can catch it. So this is a small cage. It's slightly bigger than the updated one. And then we got the maximum prison that you could own for your sheep. That's basically the cages. So what do you think? What do you think? You're liking this place, huh? Alright, I'm gonna set you free. There we go, you go. So basically, this is everything that the mod can offer you, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm liking it actually. I mean, it's a really good mod for adventures. You could really make a mod pack out of this, or if you just want to go on an adventure, I recommend downloading this mod, and I'm gonna have the link for the download in the description, so check it out, and I'll see you later. Goodbye.